Hey there YouTube, I'm Yukitsu, this is Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel, welcome back to Don't Starve. So, this apparently works pretty okay on my laptop, so we're going to be giving this a bit of a go. Oops, I need to get rid of something here. Let's say don't notify me about this again. Got that thing saying, you know, you've got your product key, blah blah blah. I'm dying of the thing, and you know, that's unpleasant as well because you don't want to die of the thing, you want to die of something else. But yeah, I mean, we're chugging along. We're just checking out, like, all around this island if possible so that we can maybe find something going on here that could help us with not dying. You know, not dying would be lovely. But also finding that bastard monkey that's been eluding us for a long time here. So, yeah, some coral here. We could get that come morning before we just set out again. I think we want to start a fire just so I can cook a lot of the food that we got here. A lot of the stuff I've got here can't really be eaten raw, so we'll want to cook it up. We might want to set fire near a tree just so we can chop it down. We don't have that much wood, only 8 pieces, so probably be a good idea to chop down a tree or two. I'm not seeing immediately like any good trees though. Yeah, these all look like they're too young. Oh, there's a couple old ones. Alright. Actually, we'll go with the, these things first. They look like they're decomposing a little bit faster, and it's a lot easier to find lots of the seaweed, so... Trying to just get a little bit of stuff done during the nights, but not a whole lot. It's not like we've got a ton that we want to be doing right now. Do dislike that I'm chopping this without Abigail, or chopping this without a helmet. Do dislike the fact that I don't have Abigail around though, so I'm just gonna toss those in there while we're at it. Yeah, we're chopping the right one. Would have sucked if we were chopping the small one, it's a waste of an axe. We're also almost out of axe. Alright. And let's go ahead and machete this stuff up. Ah, God! My coconuts! Well, so long, sweet coconuts. Sweet, sweet coconuts. Alright, I guess that was a little bit too close to the fire to be chopping coconuts, but whatever. Alright, back on the boat. Let's eat these. This should be close enough. Alright, yeah, now I've got to walk through quite a lot of water to get my boat, but there we go. Alright, we've got just enough space for us to go chopping away at some of these things here, and we do need some of these, just in case we get, like, poisoned or something. I would love to have a couple of these available for us. There we go. And of course we'll also need it for a chimenea, but I'd rather not have to get to the stage where I'm getting a chimenea. I'd rather find the monkey before we get there. But that comes in so quickly in this game that we probably just will need a chimenea. So this might be one where you just like raft it around from island to island and try and find like the Monkey King or the monkey that way, instead of trying to build more advanced stuff, because like I'm not finding any islands that I think are great. But you know, it's still pretty early into the game, so we might find something like that. Alright, so the question is like, do I want to make Abigail soon, like summon Abigail? I want to do that because like she probably would get killed if we were traveling too much. That tends to happen a lot with me, but at the same time it would free up an inventory slot and it would also give me a little bit of protection potentially, especially if we get attacked by like the water hounds. So it might be a good idea for me to get Abigail up. This looks like a pretty big coral shoal. Typically I find like the octopus guy in one of these areas, and he's chill. You know, he's pretty nice. You just feed him sushi and he, like, gives you stuff. He's like this world's version of the Pig King, basically. He's like a pirate octopus guy that just sort of lounges around on a rock. Doesn't really do much of anything and is just pretty okay. You know, he's a nice guy. Alright, that's probably enough for now, honestly. I can't afford to make like a million pickaxes or anything like that right now. Okay. That shoal is huge. considering it didn't have like any sort of clockwork guys in it. It's a pretty good one as well. Although I don't think I've ever seen a huge one with clockwork guys. Okay, so we're just exploring along the blue water, the great blue beyond, so on and so forth. Is this a new island, or did I just miss a connector? I think I might have just missed a connector. Well, we'll explore that during the night. I think we're not really super hungry right now, so we can just explore the island during the night with torches and stuff like that, or during the evening as well. But I want to get searching around the island first, I think, so we'll go ahead and do that. It's a good thing that you don't have to like make your rowing paddle. That'd be so awkward in this game if you had to do that, because you just would never get anything done. You'd just be like, well, I'm stranded at sea without a paddle, up shit creek without a paddle, as they say. Alright. So yeah, this is all pretty relaxing, pretty good. Nothing going on, nothing harrowing, nothing terrible, eating our face off. It is a little bit frustrating though that it is this slow. Okay, that's a connector, I think. I think that leads to another set of islands. So let's head up here now, I guess. Not necessarily another set of islands, could just be another island, but... Hello, Pigman. Seashells and bees on this island. This is definitely not the sort of island we want to be inhabiting. Oh yeah, no, this is a separate one. Alright, let's just fill in some of the map here. It'd be nice that, like, they need to add a character that just had like 5 times as much map vision or something for this. That would have saved me from a lot of hassle, I think. I think I can see pretty much everything that's on this island without actually getting on it, but let's hop on here for a second anyway, figure out what's going on here. Could grab the flint anyhow. That's what I was sort of running shorter on. I guess this is just like the beach resort place for pigs. There's nothing else really going on here. Alright. Well, I guess if I need a bunch of wild boars for whatever reason, I'll know where to look. Alright, let's just eat these, get that inventory slot open. Okay. So I guess we'll swing back around there and then head south, maybe? We don't have much time left in the day, though, so we have to be a bit careful. Might have to spend another evening on one of these islands, but they're not exactly great ones. I mean, we could just stand still in the ocean with a torch out, but if we get attacked by something, we're completely dead. Just 150% dead. Huh. Yep, I'm not necessarily feeling like we're going to make it there if we go. Oh. But we'll see. Since there is a small time interval between when you pull out your torch and like how long you get before the darkness sort of fully envelops you, you could actually just turn on your torch, put it in your equip slot, move forward just a little bit, and then wait till your torch comes back out. You can do that. It's just risky as all get out. No, we found an island already. Okay, well, never mind then. Fantastic. You can even skirt around it just a little bit before we land on it. See if we can find a monkey. Oh, keg of gunpowder. Okay, good. Fantastic, lovely. I forget if you can pick those up or if they just explode. I'm pretty sure they do explode, but that's because I keep attacking them like an idiot. Alright. I guess we'll hop ashore, see what's going on here. This looks like a pretty monotone island, though, without too many resources. So that sort of thing going on again, but nothing too wrong with that. We're getting pretty close to the point where we're going to be getting attacked, I think, by... What happened to that sandy pile? It's a big sand pile, jeez. We might be getting attacked by the hounds soon, so this is where I do need to start considering getting Abigail up. So we're going to get this going. Oops, actually, let's just put that on one of these right now. There we go. I don't think that's quite quite right. There we go. Toss that down. Let's not light our food on fire this time. And I think I'd rather fight the land hounds rather than the sea shark dog things or whatever they are. I don't really have much to fight with regardless. I just got Lake Machete, but it should just be one hound, which is not that bad. I should actually be exploring. Yeah, I think this is a small island, but if we go to the right here, we might find something going on over here. Ooh. This is some nice stuff here. That'll save me a lot of resources later. Alright, we even found another torch to replace this one, because this one's pretty much done for. Alright. Even more wooden planks. I guess we could hammer the skeleton guy and get those bones for something later, but... Alright. No. Alright, what is this thing here? Screw thing. Alright. I'm not going to pick that up because it looks pretty irrelevant. It's one of those things that you can use to teleport away from here, which I'm not really intending to do, honestly. We've got no particular need for that sort of thing going on right yet, so leave that be. Don't need it taking up inventory space, essentially. Alright, so we need to find an island with like bamboo and stuff like that because our boat is starting to get pretty dinged up. And I would really rather not end up in a situation where we're stranded out at sea with just a broken raft to try and get us to shore somewhere and then find out that we're on an island with no resources to build a boat. Because getting stranded like that would be pretty awful, and I think it can happen in this game. Pretty damn sure. Okay, so this is letting us go quite a far ways out here. Oh crap, I forgot to check my crab trap. We needed to get a crab for Abigail. This vessel is damaged. I can roll it. Yeah, I mean we've got the rope now, so maybe I can actually build the log raft. So I guess we're relatively okay. It's just, you know, I don't like making log rafts just because those resources are a little bit more pricey in my opinion, but they're not actually like that much. I'm just whining. All right. So apparently no crabs there yet, but let's just run this guy down. Blah, 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 blah. And hopefully we'll be able to get ourselves an Abigail. There we go. Okay, what do we want to kill him with? Hammer? Axe? Do need to drop this regardless. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we can leave the stuff behind there. I don't really need it, but... yeah, let's just pop on the boat and hope for the best. Alright, so what we can do is just make a raft, and I can in fact make it now. If this starts getting too battered and we start taking in water or something like that, I can actually just toss this raft and leave it out in the middle of the sea and hop from raft to raft. So, you think like if you're carrying enough resources to build like 20 rafts or whatever, that you'd like weigh down the one raft that you're on quite badly, but you know, I would imagine that would normally be the case, but it's apparently not. It's also kind of funny that a little girl like this can carry enough to build like 20 rafts. I guess they'd have to be relatively light raft, or don't have to be particularly sturdy or heavy rafts to carry around someone this tiny, but it's hard to tell actually the age of these characters, some of them. Like Wigfrid, you don't get the idea that she's super young, but like Wilson, for example, seems to probably be in his 20s or whatever, but he looks pretty tiny. Alright. This looks like it might just loop up to the previous island, but we'll see how things go here. No, this might lead somewhere else. The thing is, I kind of want to go back. It's just that these appear to branch off in different directions. Like, yeah, this appears to be a branch off. So, I don't know. Alright, and we didn't check fully around the island, so you never know. That monkey might be around that island. It's just, the odds of missing him just by a little bit, because you have to check every stupid inch of this map, is probably pretty big. No, okay. Well, this gives us a chance to go around this island and check out where he could potentially be. And this island had flowers and stuff like that, so it's also a good place to rest up, get our resources back in place. We're starting to see some things in the water, so like our sanity is pretty bad right now. Just because getting Abigail does that to your sanity in this game. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're going to find a branch off on the water today. We're going to have to wait till the next time we go back south. Just loop around back there, but it might be a good idea for us to get the ingredients for another raft and then build the raft and then just not place it in the water, because that will, like, this has used up the ingredients for this. This thing is in our inventory, basically. It's not taking up any space, so you can do that to just store a ton of different things. When I'm doing like cave adventures, it's actually one of the things I like doing. It's just building a whole bunch of, pre-building a whole bunch of fires. Or adventure mode, I did that a lot as well. Okay, yeah, so this just led up to this area over there, which might actually bring us around to somewhere good, but we're not 100% sure about that. We can't know that for sure. The colors in this game feel super, super weird when you're playing it on a cheap laptop that doesn't play things very well and has a really weird display. Okay. So, we're going to be picking flowers for the next little bit here. Just get our sanity back up above 150 preferably, but even a little bit lower than that is fine. And we're just going to eat whatever petals we find along the way. Actually, I could make a hat. I should make the wreath. I don't know if I can actually do that anymore, but I might have eaten too many of them already. But getting the wreath will just keep our sanity up for the... Get him, Abigail. Jeez, they just keep respawning. Go get him, Abigail. This time of day, she should be able to kill quite a lot of those guys pretty easily, so not too concerned about Abigail fighting these things. We've got 2 torches, so we're going to torch through the night, I think. It's kind of weird that these monkeys, like, they don't pick flowers until you've picked them and then drop them again. They're like, what a novel idea. I never thought of picking a flower, like, straight off the ground. Alright, that's 10. Need just a couple more, I think. There we go. And they'll go on our head slot since that was empty. I kind of feel like that's an okay investment. Are we going to survive till morning with just the torch that we got? Probably not. Let's build another one. Alright, we don't have the most of those resources for that either. Alright, death and destruction going on in the night. Fantastic. Once morning comes, we'll chop... Yeah, I was right. I needed another torch. We'll chop up enough just to get a... another raft, I think. We've got enough slots for it, so we can probably do that pretty safely. Damn it. Alright, how many do I actually need for this? It was 3 and 4. Okay. I could get Abigail to potentially start killing monkeys, but like, let's find the Monkey King first. We'll set off on a new raft, and then we'll have like the spare log raft, so I think that's probably our best option. Like, we could even build a raft, put it in the water, pre-build another raft so that we have like 3 rafts, in which case we were pretty much set as far as that goes, but I don't necessarily think that that's super necessary. All right. There we go. And yeah, we'll head south again and figure out what's past that other island on the left. Not a whole lot of exciting islands that we're finding here, guys. We've only got 4 gold, and that's pretty much all the gold we've seen from like all the islands, and this can happen from time to time. I'm thinking that when you see that happening, it might be best to just get the science engine and then try and get as many gold coins as possible, but it's hard to do that. Like, you can't really control how many gold coins spawn all that effectively, so could end up with like 0 gold coins and get screwed because of that. Alrighty. Not really finding anything here. It was, yeah, just west of here, I think, that we thought we might see another pathway. Hopefully that's the case, too. Like, if we're wasting all this time and it turns out that that's actually a blank, like it leads to a dead end or something on the water, then I'm actually just going to take the risk and, like, head across it. Hopefully find land. Because usually you can find land if you stake out in pretty much any direction. Or you'll find the world edge, and the world edge isn't that bad. It might be better for me to actually just learn how to ride the waves at this point in time, because I think we're making too bad of time on this small boat. Like, the sailboat, it didn't feel like it mattered as much, but for this one it does feel like it matters a lot more just because it's a lot slower. Okay, how are we doing here? This actually looks like there might be an island here. Well, this is a volcano island, potentially. So there's a good chance that there's gold here. Yeah, look, already gold. Okay, we don't have another pickaxe, but... Alright, so we might be able to set up shop on this island. Might have to monkey genocide it again, but whatever. Doesn't seem like there's a ton of gold here, actually. Like, sometimes this volcanic area is just completely thick with gold mines. We have got enough now, though, that we could basically settle anywhere we want. Oh, Tallbird. Fantastic. Okay. So this is a pretty good place because of that. Tallbirds are a great resource. Doesn't look like there's a lot more gold here, though. I would like more, because I do want to make, for example, the lightning rod, which is pretty important for survival. Here's another bit of gold. Sometimes you find gold in the jungles, though, on islands that spawn gold, and there's, like, free gold there as well, so... We might have to attack this, like, now, though. I don't know why this is already level 3, but that might just be... This might be a specific, like, island event thing or set piece, where there's just an island with lots and lots of level 3 spider nests or something like that. I don't really know. I just know I don't really want to mess with the spiders right now, since we're in a hurry. So we might not settle here. Yeah, this island's actually pretty cramped, and I don't see any monkeys on it either, so it's not a perfect one. There's only potentially 1 tallbird nest as well, which would not be ideal for me. We might spend the night here, though. Don't particularly want to fight the tallbird with Abigail. She's not great at fighting things like tallbirds. They do a lot of damage to her. Actually, I do need sticks as well, so... Grab that, get this going here. Get this here. Alright. Just gonna run away from that for now. Was that everything on this island, basically? Well, we could check out the northeast of it. East end of it, and see if there's anything sort of going on up there. Like, 1 tallbird isn't really enough to keep you alive, so you kind of don't want to be just relying on that for food. You kind of need... I think you need 3 to have perpetually enough meat to live off of it. Unless you do clever things with recipes, which you probably should do, but I'm lazy and don't do them. But yeah, we got 13 gold, so we can use that gold to set up on basically whatever island we want after this point. We're going to spend the night here, but we're also going to want to just sort of travel around in a circle and figure out where everything is on the island, potentially. So we'll just do that until dusk ends. See if there's anything in the water, basically. And also, collect more seaweed. Like, seaweed's so easy to collect large amounts of. There we go. I guess this is a bit problematic since I don't have very much fuel, but there's tons of fuel potentially on that island. I just have to be careful of snakes. Alright. We've been lucky so far in that we haven't been attacked by hounds, but it comes eventually. I actually find this slightly more annoying in some ways than finding Wes. Like, Wes was... you find him in that hellhole that is adventure mode, but... like, adventure mode, usually the maps are sort of self-contained. They felt a lot smaller. This feels like a gigantic map every time I play it. I almost kind of want to set this to, like, the smallest map size and see if you can still find him. It makes me kind of wonder, like, how I found Weber, but I guess I realized that you find, like, the skull just by killing spiders, and I always end up killing tons and tons of spiders, especially when I play as... oh, shit. As Wendy. Do we not even have a torch? Okay, so what we can do is we can head back to land. There might be land directly south of us. What is this? No, that's seaweed. Okay. So what we can do is we can row a little bit, and then we can stop, and then our torch comes back out. So you can see that we avoided damage there, just barely. The problem is it does take a little while before your light comes back on, but you can sort of survive this way. There we go. So what we need to do here is just set up a fire, put on our whatever, and start cooking seaweed. Preferably we don't want to actually eat any of this raw seaweed, but we are at that point where we're like starving to death, so it makes sense to spend a lot of time doing this. I wasn't really paying attention to the time there and didn't realize it was going to get dark that quickly. But yeah, that's a technique. It is a good idea to try and make it to land, even if it's like not that long. Because if you're out at night and you have to fight like the sharks or whatever, then you're pretty much hosed. If you're sort of immobile and you can't really fight back properly. Like, you'd have to sort of swing with your torch. Wendy actually has an advantage there in that you can sometimes, like, if you do it properly, you can get them to aggro onto Abigail instead, and she fights really effectively at night. So if they're aggroed onto her, she'll kill all of them pretty effectively, and you won't have to worry at all about that. I need to get some trees here before we go. It's nice to get the bananas as well. Alright, so we need to just be ready to run as soon as the tree goes down because friggin' snakes. Alright, there we go. Let's do that. Why don't we just eat the seaweed, I guess, right now? Actually, why don't we also do this? Eat that up. Okay. So that'll save us a little bit of grief as we do our chopping here. But I clicked it. Damn it. You can see how like bad my reaction speed is, but whatever. And the poisonous snake popped out and bit me. Nope. Okay. Those are all pine cones, I think. No, there's one more log there. Okay. 9 is enough for now, I think. We should be okay with that. Alright, so let's just check to make sure there's nothing past this shoal here. Ooh, That's not good. Let's eat these bananas. We're already like full stamina, but don't really need those bananas anyway. That's sort of the nice thing about this. Like, everything is an island paradise in a certain sense. Like, you don't have to worry about starving. That's not really the concern in Shipwrecked, so I never feel as pressured, but I probably should, because the other things that can get you in this are a lot, like, more ridiculous. Like, it just starts raining meteorites for some reason or whatever. I don't know if they're meteorites or what the hell they are. Or I guess they're actually volcanic magma or something like that, or rocks. I don't really know the classification of that sort of stuff either, but I guess they come from a volcano or something. Sort of weird that the volcanoes only erupt during summer, but it's kind of the way this game works. It's like got its own sort of wonky way of doing things. Okay, well, we've had a nice, relaxing boat around this island, but we may very well just have to start staking out into the blue water. There's only a limit. There's a limit to how connected the islands are. And at a certain point, you just have to hope for the best as you strike out into the wild blue yonder. And this is looking like one of those times. There's a ton of coral on this map. Either electrical jellyfish. I know there's like a kraken thing, but I wonder if there's a gigantic jellyfish. If there is, I've never encountered it, and I don't imagine what season there would have a giant jellyfish, but... Or if you kill 100,000 jellyfish, if there's like some sort of jellyfish monster that appears to try and like avenge all its jelly-like brethren or something like that. That's the sort of thing this game does. Or if there's like were jellyfish that only appear on like the new moon or something like that. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me is all I'm saying. Alright. Alright, it's looking like there is absolutely no more islands that I can easily get to that are connected. So we are going to just have to stake out into the wild blue yonder. And we're going to do that possibly right now, which is really risky because it's kind of close to night, but maybe we shouldn't actually. As I continue sailing onwards to oblivion. Like, I feel like if we went with the waves, we might be able to make it somewhere, but... It doesn't add a ton to your speed or anything like that. Alright. You know what, we're not going to risk it. It's way too close to dusk already. We'll set out as soon as there's, like, morning. The thing is, like, as well, you don't really know for sure if you're just going to hit the world edge, and if you hit the world edge, you could be in real trouble, because it just might loop you back around to somewhere where there's nothing on that line again, in which case you're just hooped. It's like you'll be completely out of there with nothing going on in your favor. This is the axe that we got equipped, okay. Alright. Get the feeling like bananas is another food that should be like just as nourishing or less nourishing when you cook them, but who knows. Alright, let's scrabble around and look for little bits of food, I guess. No reason to leave it all here to rot or whatever. Spider glands and snake skins. Signs of epic struggles and battles. Nothing like the Pangolls, but still. Wonder if we can find some more sticks around here. I don't see any immediately. Like, we're running kind of low on sticks. We got 12, which is kind of okay, but it's not really enough. Well, whatever. We know what's on the island, so there's no point in me torching through the night. So we're just going to go ahead and light this campfire. Ooh. Okay, and that's going to be pretty much, I think, as much as I want to do for this episode. A little bit of a short one, but yeah, it feels like we're just sort of going around in circles trying to find an island that's actually any good. And we've actually explored like quite a lot of islands. Just most of them are fairly small. Like this is a 2-biome island. Same with the one that we're on. Same with that starting one. Same with this one. None of them are really that diverse, which is kind of what I look for. And in particular, I like it when they've got like tall birds or something like that, or pigmen, or something that you can use as a persistent source of food, but they've also got gold. Like, I'm very, very picky about what I want on my planets, or my islands. Each island is like its own sort of planet in a sort of symbolic sense, I guess, but that's the way it is. So anyway, I hope you found this episode enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.